Okay, so for today, discuss tayo ah business forecasting. Okay, business forecasting. Forecasting is telling in advance a possible event that may take place in the future. Forecasts are commonly not accurate. But since decisions are everyday, especially in business or especially today, tulad ng ginagawa ng IATF or ng DOH or ng Okta Research, okay? Hindi lang to about business, pero may application, may example here or sample problems here are pure business. So ibahin mo lang yung data nito, magiging applicable na rin to sa ibang bagay, no? Tulad ng nangyayari ngayon. Yung number of cases ng COVID-19 ay pino-forecast nila every day. Kung sabi, pagdating ng April ay more than 10,000 na raw. Paano nila nilalaman yun? This is the reason why. Again, forecasting is telling in advance a possible event that may take place in the future. Forecasts are commonly not accurate. But since decisions are everyday, especially in business, and these are based on the best available information, forecasting somehow helps business managers prepare for the future. Okay, forecasting by extension of past history. When history is taken as the beginning point for forecasting, it is believed that future patterns tend to be extension of past ones, and that some useful forecasts can be made by studying past behavior. It is a common belief that this kind of forecasting has a high degree of inaccuracy when extended far into the future. This type of forecasting is also known as the time series method, and this is good only for the immediate future. Immediate future. Okay. So the following are the kinds of forecasting na pag-uusapan natin. The first is what you call the average forecast. There are four kinds of average forecast. Let's talk about the first, unweighted average forecast or just average forecast. Okay, so this is also known as average forecast. Hindi pa rin nakasaksak ang aking. Okay. This is also known as average forecast. Okay. The simplest way to forecast the scale, the sale for the next period using the available previous data is to find the average of the said data. The easiest way, for example, to foretell that the sale next month is by finding the average of the sales past 12 or more months. Let's have example. Example number 1, if the enrollment of UCC in 2019 was 9,000 and it was 7,000 in 2020. By the way, this is just an example, hindi ito totoo. Find the forecast for 2021 enrollment, assuming that the enrollment is not affected by the pandemic. Okay, let's try this one. So, given yung 2019 data natin, 9,000 students. 2020 is 7,000 students. Okay, so forecast of 2021 is the average. So 9,000 plus 7,000 divided by 2. So that is 16,000 over 2. That is 8,000 students or enrollees. That is the forecast for 2021 using average forecast. So this is the forecast for 2021 enrollment of UCC. Okay. So that's very simple, no? Nakita niyo naman. This is just you get the average, then that's it. Next is what? Number letter B, the second kind of average forecast is what you call the weighted average forecast. Okay? Sabi ko kanina, yung average forecast, okay, pag hindi binigay kung weighted or unweighted, unweighted yon. Parang sa number, kung hindi ko ibibigay yung sign ng 5, automatic yan, positive. Okay? Positive 5 ang basa dyan, or 5. Okay? Ngayon, kapag weighted average forecast, kailangan kasama niya yung word na weighted. Kasi unless kung hindi mo ibibigay yung weighted, ang gagawin niya is just unweighted average forecast or average forecast. Okay? Most often, it's logical to give a greater weight to the most recent data. It is very likely, for example, for UCC to have an enrollment figure in 2021 closer to 7,000 than 9,000. Hence, giving the weight of 2 to the most recent data. Itong weight ng 2 ay hindi palaging 2 yan. Malalaman mo yan mamaya. Pero kapag dalawa lang yung given data mo, in this example, 2019 tsaka 20, gawin natin to. Let's solve example number 2. Using the information of example number 1, forecast the enrollment of UCC for 2021 using weighted average forecast. Alam na natin yung example, ang given sa example number 1, 2019, we have 9,000 students. And 2020, we have 7,000 students. Again, I'm not claiming na totoo to. This is for my example only to demonstrate this topic. Okay. Now, so pag sinabing weighted average forecast, let's use F with W. Tapos, lagyan natin yung 2021. Ibig sabihin niya, weighted. That's our notation for that. Is 2021 is closer to 2020. So, we will multiply 2, 7,000 plus 9,000 all divided by 3. Bakit 3? Kasi you give 2 weights doon sa data ng 2020. Okay? So, by solving this, diretso ko na. 2 times 7,000 is 14,000. Plus 9,000 is 23,000. All divided by 3 is 7,666.67. But understanding that this is hindi po pwedeng 0.67 kasi tao yung pinag-uusapan dito bilang. So let's approximate that the enrollment is 7,667 students. Okay? Kung ang pinag-uusapan natin pera, pwede yan. Huwag mo na i-approximate. But because hindi pera, number, integer, positive integer ang pinag-uusapan. So, approximate answer will do. Okay, so this is the weighted forecast for 2021 given the given data of example number 1. Okay, so that's the difference between A and B, the unweighted average forecast versus the weighted average forecast. Okay, so Let's move. So next kind of average forecast. This is what you call the moving average forecast. Okay? So averages that are updated as new data arrive are called the moving averages. In using moving average forecast, we move on from one period to another. Cellphone ko. Okay, hinahanap ko yung cellphone ko. Wala. Okay, yan mo na. Ito pala. Okay, so, picturean ko lang para mas mabilis tayo. Picturean ko lang yung kinabenta ko sa Excel. Ah, okay, continue tayo. So, this is example number 3, the Desayas Auto Sales. Again, this is only example. The Desayas Auto Sales Incorporated made the following forecast in the past year. It made use of 3 and 4 month moving average forecast. Okay, so paano to gawin? So I will demonstrate. So 3-month moving average. So from the word K, or from 3, that's the value. That's K month. Again, depende moving average, depende sa given, because month yung ginamit dito, months yung K month. Kung daily yan, K day. Okay? Kung year, K year. Okay, alam mo na yan. Okay? Depende yun sa data na binigay sa'yo. Eto, based sa data na binigay sa atin, yung Desayos Auto Sale ay noong January 2020, let's say 2019 na lang kasi hindi pa tapos ng 2020. Okay, ito yung mga actual sales nila sa million. Ngayon, yung January 5 million yung kinita nila. February 6.5 and so on, mababasa mo naman. Ngayon, ang concern natin, isanapin natin, let's say October ngayon, gusto mong i-forecast yung next month, which is November of that year. So, given the data, at gagamitin mo yung 3-month moving average, uunahin, bibilang ka ng tatlo. 1, 2, 3. That's for your 3-month moving average. Tapos, kunin mo yung data ng first month, 5 plus 6.5 plus 4.5. Tapos, i-divide mo lang ng 3. That is 5.33. Ibig sabihin ng 5.33, yan yung forecast sana ng April. Pero again, the actual is 7 million. Again, from the start, inamin naman ng definition na hindi talaga accurate yung forecasting kasi wala naman talagang nakakaalam ng mangyayari in the future, especially sa ganitong pagkakataon. Okay? Pero nakakatulong yung forecasting to guide us. Okay? Ngayon, from that, check ko lang 5, 6, okay. Next is 6.5 plus 4.5 plus 7 all divided by 3 will give you exactly 6. But because this is million at we are using 2 decimal, uniform na natin. 6.00 and that is 6 million. Next is, hindi na tayo magsisimula, 4.5 plus 7 plus 6 all divided by 3 is 5.83. Next is 7 plus 6 plus 8 all divided by 3. That is exactly 7.00. Next is 6 plus 8 plus 5.5 divide 3 is equals to uh, 6.5. Next is 8 plus 5.5 plus 9 all divided by 3. After 6.5, say that's 7.5. 5.5 plus 9 plus 10 all divided by 3 is 8.16. Not 17. 8.17. Next is 9 plus 10 plus 9.5 all divided by 3 is 9.5. So what is this 9.5? Itong 9.5, ito yung inaasahan nating forecast for November using 3-month moving average. Using 3-month moving average. Ngayon, yung 4-month, I will leave this as exercise pero uumpisahan ko. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, April ka magsisimula. Not necessarily April. Hindi naman lahat ng business nagsisimula ng January. Okay? Kung ano yung data mo, bibilang ka ng K. In this case, K is equals to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ito magsimula. Kunin mo yung 5, i-add mo sa 6.5 plus 4.5 plus 7 all divided by 4. So, yung 4, yung K, yun yung divisor mo in this case. Okay? And I think that is 5.75. Okay? Sulat ko na yung sagot ha. Ganun lang gagawin mo. 5.75. You can use this as exercise. Next is 6. 6.38 million and so on. Ang last nito, ang forecast nito for November, this will give you 8.5. Okay, this is the forecast for November using 2019 using natin 2019 kasi nasa loob pa rin siya ng year. Using 4-month weighted moving average. Okay? So, ito, pwede mong paliitin to 4-month moving. Wala palang weighted dito. Sorry, hindi pala weighted to. Susunod pa. 4-month moving average. Ito naman yung 3-month moving average. Okay? Next, if the company uses weighted, which is, may idea na tayo kung ano ibig sabihin ng weighted, the moving average forecast for 3 months for instance, it must compute the forecast by the formula F is equals to M1 plus 2, M2 plus 3, M3 all divided by 6. So, saan galing yung 6? Yung 6 kasi, ito 1 data, 2 data, 3 data. So, bali, all in all, 6 data yung nagamit mo. But you are only giving weight for the most recent data. So, dahil yung M3 ay yan yung most recent data, second to the most, ito yung last data mo. Where M1 is the information 3 months ago. Ito 3 months ago. M2 is the information 2 months ago. And M3, the information last month ago. Okay. The denominator is 6 is obtained by finding the total weight. The total weight is 6. Okay, so subukan natin dito. Demonstrate ko naman yung weighted. So, ganun pa rin. Bilang ang tatlo, 1, 2, 3. Ito magisimula. 5 plus 2 times 6.5. And that's the weight. Plus 3 times 4.5 all divided by 6. That is 5.25 million. Okay? So, bigay mo lang yung weight. Ito, 3 month ago. So, one day, ang weight niyan, isa lang. Ito naman ay 2 months ago. Third, ito naman yung last month. Last month ago. Okay. Ay, sorry. Ito yung last 3. Tama. Okay, this is for April. This is for April, by the way. Okay, tuloy natin. So, next is 6.5 plus 2 times 4.5 plus 3 times 7 all divided by 6 will give you 6.08. 6.08. Okay? Next is 4.5 plus 2 times 7 plus 3 times 6 all divided by 6 will give you the same, 6.08. Yes. Next is 7 plus 2 times 6 plus 3 times 8 all divided by 6. 7.17. Next is 6 plus 2 times 8 plus 3 times 5.5 all divided by 6 will give you 6.42. Okay, so continue the process. After 6.42, this is 7.67. This is 8.91. 8.91. Sorry, 92. And this is 9.58. So this is the forecast of November 2019 using 3-month weighted moving average. Okay? So, same procedure here. Kaya mo na yan. Okay, so at this point, meron na tayong 4 na klase ng pagpo-forecast. Balikan lang natin yung average forecast o yung tinatawag na unweighted average forecast. Meron tayong tinatawag na weighted average forecast. Meron tayong moving average. At meron tayong weighted moving average. Okay? For letter D, let's talk about forecasting by the use of exponential smoothing. Exponential smoothing. Forecasting by exponential smoothing will be denoted by FES. This method uses a single weighting factor called alpha. Alpha stands for the probability that the same actual sale will take place. Formula for this is forecast equals to alpha times actual sale plus 1 minus alpha times previous forecast. Take note that actual sale refers to the actual sale of the previous period. Okay? So, ito yung probability denoted by alpha. So, ito yung probability ng success. Ito naman yung tinatawag na probability of failure. Because 1 minus the probability of success is equal to the probability of failure. Because the total should be 1. If you add alpha plus 1 minus alpha, it will give you 1 because you can cancel this. Okay? And that's good. That is from your decision theory. Okay, so let's have example number 5. Suppose we want to forecast the sale of Santos Inc. or Incorporated for the month of January of the following year. Okay, your alpha is 0.6. So, ibig sabihin, this is 60%. Okay, 0.6. Your previous forecast for December Ito yung previous forecast for December is 10.5 million. Tapos, actual sale is 12 million. Okay? Itong actual sale, actually hindi naman sale, talaga lagi yan. Actual data, kung general type yung data mo, kung ano man yung data mo, sale, o COVID-19 infected, and so on. This is AS in this case. Ito yung PF natin, previous forecast. Itong previous forecast, depende to kung saan manggagaling kasi nga, sa taas pa lang, makikita mo na pwedeng mag-forecast ng iba't ibang klase. Okay? Pero in our example number 5, binigay niya na lahat. So, let's use the formula. F is equals to 0.6, the alpha times actual, 12 million, plus, that's 0.4 because that is 1 minus alpha times 10.5 million. Okay, so what's that? So, 6 times 12, sorry, 0.6 times 12 plus 0.12 times 10.5. So, 11, this is 11.4 million. And I think this is peso kasi sale ang pinag-uusapan dito. So, this is for January of the following year. Okay? Kung ito ay data December 2020, ito yung January 2021. Kasi wala namang nilagay na year. Okay, so that's how to use FES for forecasting. And that's another kind of forecasting. Okay? So, in this case, let's say itong alpha, ito yung in today's issue, kung gusto mong i-forecast yung infected tomorrow, if your data, depende yan sa data mo. Kunyari, ang data mo, everyday data ng infected ng COVID-19. Itong alpha yung tinatawag na positivity rate for that day before the forecast. So, ito yung gagamitin mo. So, huwag naman sana umabot ng 0.6 yung possibility na magka-COVID ng bawat Pilipino, no? Pero, may problem set akong ibibigay about that issue para makapag-forecast ka din. Okay? Okay, so this is the last kind of forecasting. This is E, this is FTP, o yung tinatawag na forecasting by trend projection. This is a mathematical method which is a trend line to set up to a set of past observation projecting the line into the future. The first step after the gathering of the past data before any forecast could be undertaken is to establish the trend equation. Using the trend equation, using the trend equation, forecast could be computed. Formula, ito yung mga formulas. Nandyan din yung mga description. Babasahin ko lang yan, ikaw na magbasa. Okay? To compute B, this is the formula for B. Andyan yung description ng B. B is the rate of change or slope of the line. Okay? The symbol summation, you know that? Alam mo na yan. And this is the formula for A. Okay? Napag-usapan natin yung trend. Yung trend natin ay Y is equals to A plus BX. So, yung A, ito yung formula ng A para makuha mo yung A. Ito yung formula ng B. Okay? Take note na hindi mo kayang makuha yung A na wala yung B kasi si B nasa loob ni A. Dependent si A kay B. Pero si B independent kay A. Okay? Example. So this is my example. Okay. Number 6. Suppose that the sales of OSDJR supermarket in the past 6 months were recorded as follows. We start with May, no? May. Nag-record tayo ng May. June, July, August, September, October. The actual sale is in thousand of peso, no? 250 means 250,000 yung kinita nila noong May. And so on. Kaya mo na yan. Okay? Okay. Now, so let's solve the problem. Okay. So, again, para madali yung problem, ginamitan ko na siya ng Excel para magsusulat na lang ako. Pero you can verify naman lahat ng computation dyan. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so this is the data. Then the following are the problems. So kung mapapansin mo, yung data natin May hanggang October. I don't know the year. Let's assume 2020 to. May, let's say 2020. For the sake na may year. Okay. Ngayon, ang i-determine natin, ipo-forecast natin yung month ng November of the same year, tsaka yung January of the following year. So, meaning, January 2021 to. Ito, November, same year, 2020. Okay? Okay. Sulat ko lang dito. So, the first column is your X. According to your description, X is independent variable usually represent time. So, time. So, dahil months to, nagsimula sila ng May, so yung May mo, 0 yun. Parang nung pinanganak ka, hindi ka pa 1 year old nun. Okay? After a month, 2 months, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Tapos yung Y, what is Y? Y is represents the quantity being forecast. We are forecasting the sales. So, sulat natin yung 250, 300, 250, 1,000 yan ha, 300, 275, 325, 290, 350. Okay, check ko lang. 250, 300, 275, 325, 290, 350. Okay. Next is, para guided ka, use the formula. Tignan mo para kung ano kailangan mo. Let's compute B first. So, B, according to the formula, is summation of xy minus n x bar y bar. Tama? Okay. All over summation of x squared minus n x bar squared. So, yung x bar natin ay mean ng x. And to compute the mean of x bar, this is the formula. Ito, ang formula ng mean of x. Ito naman yung mean of y. Okay? So, summation of y, summation of x. So, first, summation of x is 15. Summation ng y is 1790. If you add 250 up to 350, that is 1790. So, the number of data is 6. So, our n is 6. Bakit 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the number of data. Okay? Yes. So, ready lang natin. So, what is x bar? That is summation of x over n. So, summation of x is 15 over 6. That is 5 over 2. That is 2.5. So while y bar or sa mean of y is summation of y over n, summation of y over n, summation of y is 1790 over 6. That is 298.33. 298.33. Again, you can verify my computation. Okay, so ready tayo? So let's check. Meron na akong kailangan ko sa formula ng B yung mean ng X at mean ng Y. Meron na ako. So, I will construct my column for XY kasi kailangan ko yon. Okay, so XY is 0, X times Y. So, 0 times 250 is 0, 300, 550, 975, 1160, 1750. Okay, 1750. Now, I will compute the summation of xy. Ito yung summation ng xy na kailangan ko. At pag inad ko lahat from 0 to 1750, I'm dealing with 4,735. 4,735. Okay, done. For the numerator, lahat ng nasa numerator ng B, meron na ako. Meron na akong summation of xy, meron na akong n, meron na akong x bar, tsaka y bar. So, let's move sa denominator. So, kailangan mo ng x squared. X squared is x times x. So, 0 times 0 is 0, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. And the summation of x squared will give you 55. Okay, now, okay na. Sobra ako ng isang column. So, erase ko na lang yan. Okay, so I'm now ready for my B. Again, my B is summation of xy minus n times x bar y bar all over summation of x squared minus n x bar squared. That is, summation of xy is 4,735 minus 6 times 2.5 times 298.33 all divided by summation of x squared is 55 minus n, which is 6, times 2.5 squared. If you compute that, the result is 14.86. So that's the value of B. Okay? Now, for the value of A, what's the formula for A? A is y bar minus b times x bar. Y, A is equals to y bar minus b times x bar. So that is, y bar is, or mean of y is 298.33. 298.33 minus b, computed b is 14.86 times 2.5. And I think the value of A is 261.19. 261.19. So this is the value of A. Now, for our y is equals to trend line equation, ang trend line equation natin ay y is equals to A plus bx. Y is equals to A plus bx. So y is equals to A 261.19 plus B 14.86 times x. So this is our trend line equation, TLE, trend line equation. Okay? Now, because of the trend line equation, we can answer now our two problems. Letter A. forecast the sale for the month of November of the same year. So this is our A. Ito yung November of same year. Okay. To answer that, kunin mo yung trend line mo, y is equals to 61.19 plus 14.86 times x. Iset mo yung x sa November. Okay, now, alam natin that October is 5. Oy, sure, October, di ba 10 yun? Hindi. In our data, October is 5. Diba? Ito yung 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, ibig sabihin, yung X ng November, 6. So, set mo sa 6. Let X is 6. If X is 6, if X is 6, just substitute y is equal to 261.19 plus 14.86 times 6. So, you can compute your y. So, what's that? Pentahin ko. 261.19 plus 14.86 times 6. Okay, so this is 350.35. Actual natin, yan yung notation natin by notation. Ang actual natin, pesos na natin, pesos. Ang actual natin ay 350. Tapos, move to ng tatlo kasi 1,000 to eh. So, 350.00. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, 350,350. Yan yung sa forecast ng November. Okay? Now, for letter B, January of the next year, January of next year, okay? So, ano yung ililet mong X doon? So, ililet mo yung X na, kasi November, mag-nilet mo ng, yung November, nilet mo ng 6. So, obviously, December is 7, January is 8. So, let, this is only a scratch. Let X is 8. Now, from that trend line, your actual, this is the actual sale. Actual sale, no, this is not actual sale. Forecast pa rin to, pero actual representation. Kasi 1,000. Okay? So, I just changed my 6 to 8. Then, this is, yung Y dito, in this case, is 380.07. Or, Y is equal to 380,070 pesos. Ito yung actual representation. But still forecast, no? Hindi to actual sale. Forecast yan, actual representation. Okay? So, that's all for today's video. So, recap lang natin bago tayo magpaalam. So, meron tayong FTP, Forecasting by Trend Projection. Meron tayong FES, meron tayong Forecasting by the use of Exponential Smoothing. Meron tayong Moving Weighted Average Forecast. Moving by K. Depende kasi kung month or year or days ang bibigay sa'yo. Next is the weighted average forecast tsaka yung unweighted average forecast or just average forecast. Okay? So, I hope may natutunan ka ngayong araw na to. Mag-aral kayo mabuti. Mag-ingat kayong lahat. Sumunod lang. Okay? Kung ano yung mga pinapagawa, sumunod lang. Mag-insert ako ng gawain under this topic. So, abangan na lang. Maybe, baka ihabol ko na lang, ha? Again, mag-iingat ang lahat, mag-aral mabuti. See you sa next video. Bye.